Hey guys, so today you and I are going to talk about background checks. So let's get into it. So the question in question was a little bit of a story. Hi Frederick, is it okay for a company to make a background check on you? I recently had an interview for a front-end position and it went pretty well. Then I had a call from HR. She was telling me how great it is to work for them and asked about my salary expectations and told me that they'll prepare an offer for me. 1 hour later, my boss from a previous job wrote me that this HR person was asking about me. She didn't even ask me if I had references from the previous job or not, uh, or if it is okay to talk to my previous employer. And her questions were not about soft skills and how well I was doing with my coworkers. She was wary of my young age. I had already done the code test and had a technical interview, which lasted for about 2 hours. For me, it's strange as hell. So, what do you think about this situation? Should I even consider their offer? Well, in a word, yes, I think you should. Assuming now that this is the only issue you had with the company, because background checks are not that uncommon, my friend. I think that one thing can be said about this, and that is that what she did was tactless. That I will give you. It would have been respectful, and you would have had a much better. I think that all of this could have gone away if she had just said that I might reach out to. I mean, for all you know, she could have forgotten to say that they're gonna do that. You see, the thing is, don't assume that just because she did a background check on you that it's just you. It might be that they do this as a standard thing, and sure, it can be that, as you said, that she was wary of your young age, and that's of course something that they want to consider because it is a risk for them to pull you in. So you should know that this, like, having a background check is not uncommon. But yes, it was a little bit rude, tactless, call it whatever you want. And I wrote back to this person and I said I think that unless something is really wrong apart from this, I think that you should take the offer if it seems to be a nice company, and then you can simply mention to the person in question that I was actually, it was funny because I was a little bit surprised because my manager reached out and said at my old job and said that you had called them. I just wanted to say that, if it would have been nice if you told me that that was going to happen, because now he I didn't he you contacted me and wonder what was going on. I understand why you did it. It's just that I feel like it was a little bit. It could have been handled in a better way. That's all you have to say, because now you got it off your chest, and I am 99.999% sure that the person, unless it's a complete weirdo who, like in HR or whoever you're talking to, is going to understand that. It's no different from that if I mean anybody would be able to relate to the fact that it would have been nice if they mentioned it. And for all you know, that person is going to go and say is that, oh, yes, you are absolutely right. I'm so sorry, I forgot to tell you, because we do this as a thing when we are a little bit unsure about the candidate and so forth. And that's something that you're going to have to deal with, dude. Don't take it personal if someone is checking up on you, because remember, they don't know who you are. They don't know your background, and if this person is concerned about your young age, it is for a reason, because they know what they're looking for, and you are good. You seem to be a very good fit, but there are some concerns. Do you have any idea how many times I have had a candidate come in through the door where we've had cause for concerns? And usually it starts out, because that's the thing, right? You're trying to be extra, like, analytical, and you're trying to really you're trying to basically figure out in a fraction of the time that you need to get to know somebody if they're going to be a good bet or not. And at the end of the day, you really only have your gut feeling to go by, and if that gut feeling needs to be soothed by talking to one of the, like, a previous coworker, to just make sure that that thing that you said that could have been like something you even didn't even think about in the interview but gave slight concern to us as the hirers, well, instead of just saying, no, actually, no, we're not going to hire you because you said one single thing, let's just check it out to see if there's something there. If there's not something there, then just let's continue, because we can deal with that. So I think that I understand you, but I think that you might be overreacting a little bit here. And I think that it's better for you to just talk to the person and say that this rubbed you the wrong way a little bit. Do it in a professional and mature way, and then move on with your life. So what I want you to take away from this is that it is completely normal for a company to do a background check on you. It usually happens either if they have it as a default, like they always do it because they want to make sure that for whatever reason they're abiding by some rule that they made by themselves, or if they're unsure about you in some way. And that is something that happens quite often. It's not weird in any way. Because that's the thing, guys, you can be background checked for, I don't know, sneezing at the wrong moment and saying that you don't like I don't it can, or that you don't like cats, or like you don't like dogs. It doesn't matter what you say. It can be anything, because you're talking to another human being who has their own value system, their own way of looking at the world and interpreting things and experiences and so forth. And anything that they feel is off with you is going to be of concern to them. It happen. I mean, look at yourself. When you talk to a stranger, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to try to figure out what this person is all about. And if you're going to bet money on that person, I think that it's fairly certain to say that you're going to be extra careful. And that's what the company's going to do. They're going to be extra careful, and they're going to if it goes that far, they might go and do a background check on you, or they might ask for clarification or something like that if it's something that is unclear. And as I said, it was tactless to not tell you about it. It could have been a strategy, because I mean, if they ask you for a reference, then you get always then they warn you, and you might, if you're going to go really conspiratorial thinking here, like really be really in the manipulation mindset, then you could in theory have controlled the situation. Because if you know that they're going to do a background check on you, you can call up your old boss and try to, in theory, get them to lie for you, or do another thing that I suggested in another video. If you want to control the reference that you're giving to people, don't give them a reference to somebody who's not going to say something nice. Give a reference to someone who's going to say something nice. And if that woman in HR is actually if she has a half a brain, and this is the thing that was happening, she will know that. She's not going to be an idiot. So of course, if she really wants a real answer, or feel comfortable that you haven't manipulated the situation in any way, she's not going to tell you. But as I said, it would have been very nice. You're correct about that. So just tell them that it was a little bit, could have been handled better, but you understand why they did it, and take that job and see how it is. Have a great day.